Welcome to the Dairy Event and Livestock Show, where one of the hot topics of discussion this year has been the availability of straw for bedding and feed. Here's what some of you told us.
This is one of the worst years we've had for quite some time. I can't remember in the last 10, 12 years having any trouble getting straw. Some years it's more expensive than others, but quota supply has not been a problem, an issue in the past.
But this year it will be.
This year it is, yes.
Yeah, I'm okay for now. Later on in the season, I'm not so sure.
And if you can't get what you need, what are you going to have? How are you going to cope with that?
I don't know, to be honest.
You haven't made any plans.
The cows are actually bedded up on sawdust, but I need the straw for a bit of feeding and bedding the young stock up with, and we also have some horses on every as well. So I think we will find some. I know a good supplier, but probably very expensive.
If you don't get the remaining straw you need, then what do you do?
Well, we'll have to try and buy more in, so get more in, and then the price, imagine, will start to go up again.
So you are short of straw at the moment.
Yeah.
And what does that? So what does that mean for you going into the winter? Sort of the issues around housing or straw for feed and rations and things. What's the implications for you?
Yeah, well, there's always alternatives. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, we've got ash from the power station, and we can use shavings and sawdust. So yeah, we'd get around it.
But it's more difficult than it would normally be.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, the arable boys at the moment just want to get on, chop it, get on. The land's so wet, they don't want us getting on there with extra trailers and that. Yeah. And they've got to go straight into cultivations and try and get the next crop growing, really. So they're just chopping.
Yeah. And are you anticipating then you'll have quite a demand for the surplus that you've got?
Hopefully, yeah. It's not pretty straw, but it's dry. It will be good for bedding.
Yeah.
So once we get it baled and stored somewhere and people realise we've got some, hopefully I can support the poor milk price with some straw sales.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably the worst year we've ever had for straw, I think. Yeah. I mean, it's given me a shake. I think what we'll do is we'll look at other systems. I think we'll look at outwintering more and so on and so forth, perhaps even growing kale or stubble turnips or something like that, just to push the summer out and squeeze the winter down to as little as we can get.
And is that
it's a huge cost.
Is that a longer term plan, or is it?
Yeah, it's a long term plan. I mean, obviously you can't do that this year, but next year and future years, I think that's what we've got to look at doing.